Whoa, that was a big bird. Hi, welcome to Matu. My name's Marge. I'm a Hailka empath. That's a big B. There's big things out today. I just like doing these little talks on how I feel about things. I'm a psychic. I'm a clairier. It's all the clairaudient, blah blah blah. There's so many people just reinvent the wheel, making up words. Yeah. Anyway, psychic, ESP, blah blah blah. We all have the same abilities. A lot of people just ignore them, ignore what they know, ignore what they believe, ignore what they feel, and I'm one of those that freaking doesn't. Because every time I did that, when it was not in my best interest. So, you can play around, dabble with it if you want. Do it. It's your life experience. You get to do it however you want. We are autonomous. We are autonomous to a point. Yeah, there's some things we can't do. You can't take other people's light. You can't freaking control people. You can't. There's everybody that is born the same, but the level field hasn't been, or the playing field hasn't been level for a long time, and if people aren't too careful, poles are gonna flip and freaking there goes your playing field. You don't gotta worry about leveling it. There ain't gonna be one. We attract what our karma. We attract what like attracts like, and more people. It's the higher ups that are creating all the freaking feelings of lack and stuff. You're telling people. To begin with, I really don't think there's many people on the planet as they say. I really don't. I think their numbers are way off. They say there's 42 million people in freaking California. Where are they all at? I don't know about you, but I've been in airplanes a handful of times. I always try, and when I get a window seat, I'm always looking out the window unless I'm sleeping. Older I start sleeping more. But you look out the window, man. Whether you fly at night, during the day, there's a lot of space out there. There's a lot of places where people aren't. So unless we're all together collectively, there ain't no way to get actual numbers. And what I'm pretty confident that they do is they sell themselves that there's so many people that need this, and so they allot so much money for this. Just like the industrial prison complex, where California, they say that each inmate, it costs $70,000 to vet them, to house them, to provide them electricity, food, all that stuff, and cost all that to do that, but they can't get a job. They're not worth out when they get out. They ain't worth minimum wage. People don't hire felons, even if they're rehabilitated or not. I would. People make mistakes, Why do you even have the prison systems if you don't think that people are can grow from their mistakes? Anyway, so they designate this much money for this much area, and the people that the actual get it are like that need it, $750 a month, right? And then the people that make $140, there's an article on MSN the other day, and I know it's all crap, right? And there's no way to freaking 100% verify if anything's true or false, unless you look at, it ain't on my radar. I'm not gonna see the kid's pay stub that is an advisor that makes more than the president, But these people, they pay themselves so much, and it's because of who they know and who they think they are. It's all a club, the fraternal order of secrecy and dirt baggatry. It's all freaking, when anybody is freaking, has any, wants to shroud things in secret, it's not for security, dude. It's because there's people in there doing freaking dirty things. I'm all for full disclosure, because people can't find out about your dirt. I don't always act right either. I act out often. I embarrass. If I was willing to tie embarrassment to my behavior, I could be embarrassed often. But the embarrassment is my choice, and I don't want it. Just like a fence is my choice. A fence! The fence is yours. Take all the fence that you want. Stand on the fence. Be hurt. Dance around the fence. Is the grass greener over there? Oh, it's your offense. I'm so sick of offended people. People that are offended. I'm offended, oh my god, you're so offensive, you're so vulgar, you're so offended. You know what? I just don't hang out with them. They're ignorant, and they're freaking plastic, man. They're plastic. They don't know what they do. Anyway, it's a good month for everybody's astrology, I think. I don't know, depending on if you did the work. See, that's the thing. It's freaking stuff don't fall into people's laps that don't freaking go through the work, that don't process their pain, that don't, talk about their feelings. I learned along the way how to be able to talk to about my feelings. And that's one of the reasons why people have always been awkward with me, because I do that. I've had to go to counselors here and there, from the time I was a little kid. Always, and then as I got to grow up, because mom had her challenges, I didn't want them to be mine, so I would go to psychologists or whatever, not and because to make sure I was okay, and they're sure you're fine, you're good, you process things in a very healthy manner. So people, how they receive me is based on him, or based on this here, or on your frame of reference. How you see me is based on your experiences life. If I remind you of somebody in a positive way, you're probably here, maybe I tripped a trigger or something, and you might listen to me. If you've had a run-in with someone that has it all I remind you of, you probably clicked in and clicked off. Maybe you check back in out of animosity, things like that. I hang out with tubers that I don't necessarily vibe with, just because I want to hear their information, just because we ain't in vibrational. Yeah, we ain't gonna hang out maybe, but I wanted, your information is still good, So all this stuff is this all these people are just going, no, it's not fair. Finally, no, they're finally speaking up. No, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. This is not just. I was reading about tenure this morning. I was like, what the frick is tenure about, right? Now, tenure in academia. I'm talking about academia, because I used to work at a university. I put myself in all these different paradigms so I could learn about them, or the people in them, not, them. A paradigm, a business is the people that that's in it. So that run it. It's a club, like attracts like. People don't hire people they don't like. Just because they're qualified. And people get hired because they're likable without any freaking qualifications. I've seen it. It's just weird. It's people in positions of power do what they want based on their own agenda. It's just, are they doing it for what's good for everyone, or are they just doing it to freaking so they can travel the world and reaping all the benefits and all that jazz? So I thought this was interesting. Academia tenure, and it's just because you give people memberships, and everybody, we all have the same abilities, Why do you put anybody higher than anybody else? Is, if you're gonna do it based on experience, maybe that's how it intended, but then people put their own twist on it, because people get things twisted all the time. Tenure is a category of academic appointment existing in some countries. In the U.S., tenured post is an indefinite academic appointment that can be determined only for a cause or, tenure is a means of defending the principle of academic freedom, which holds that is beneficial for society to the long run of scholars. Yeah, but they're not doing it. Anyway, this is not the same definition that I read earlier. Basically, is that there's a set of special laws and rules that they can go ahead and research whatever they want without having their hands tied. But if one person does it, that's the thing. If one person does it, and a group of people are like, "Oh, we like what you have to say," they're gonna endorse it. They're gonna give them grants. They're gonna freaking do all this stuff. But if a group of people doesn't like them, then tenure out the window. No, fine. There's all loopholes. There's always loopholes for everything. So freaking weird. People talk in circles and circles. I feel like I'm doing that right now. Anyway. I'm not the only one. I was listening to Marge's astrology report. That's an interesting story right there. She moved up there for Asheville, Carolina, from Florida real recently, and someone I know, she's having a baby, lives in Asheville, and she moved from Omaha a few years back, and she freaking she said that place healed her, I believe that geography can heal spirits, because spirits are drawn to where they're supposed to be for whatever reason, for whatever life lesson, And right now, a lot of spirits are, I mean, either you're hunkering down and going within and working on your home and your safety and security, or you're looking for it. You know, and that's what the astrology is saying, is that the energy is moving around, that people are looking to be where they want to be, where they want to settle. See, and that's how I came to Oregon, and then freaking all the universe just said, nope, you don't belong here. And this is why. You know, it's like when you deal with someone, when you associate with someone that isn't good for you, and they keep screwing you over every time you hang out with them, you know, like in a big way. And you're just like, oh, okay, maybe we're not in alignment. I'm not supposed to hang out with them, you know. But if you're patient, you get to learn, you know. Oh, this is what I was going to talk about. I'm going to end up on this. Energy. I know I always talk about energy, but the thing is there's so many people right now that are freaking feeling they're kind of having, it's people are waking up, they're kundalini, freaking, people are lining up, people are becoming more spiritual, they're raising in vibration, so their life force energy, they're feeling it more amped up right now. And if they're sitting idle, then they have a chance to freaking that, you know, depending on what people, because people do gross shit, weird shit when they're bored. Wherever you sit, you know, you're either going to use that for good or it's going to get wasted. And so it's not a good idea. It's never a good idea. I've never been real promiscuous because it's an energy thing. Because it's not only are you freaking melding your chakra system, your 7 energy fields, with the person that you're with, but with all the people that they've been with. That's a lot of whoa. That's a lot of dissonance, you know. So, people wait and see whoever it is that they're hanging out with, you know. It'd save a lot of hurt feelings and unjust if you took the responsibility to not jump into something. But no, people are chasing sensations, so they freaking jump into the sack, and if it's good, they'll keep doing it, and then they'll try and maybe build a relationship off that, or not. But what difference does it make? Because the sensations are good, and then when the sensations get old and you get tired of doing the same, going through the same motions, you know, there's a death in the bed. You know, no matter what gender or sexual orientation you're, people do things until they're not fun anymore. But you know, you don't know the person, so you never built on anything else except sensations. And then, you know, here we are in a society in which we live, where sex sells and money matters more than people. Yep. Because if it were true, the world would be different. Yep. Hope you have a rad day. Peace. Benzo, go inside. It's too hot for little dogs.